So I just made the biggest mistake of 2026, and it was to watch this movie called 365 Days. And tell me why it was this weird romanticization of toxic relationships, kidnapping, and stalking. Before I begin, welcome back to my channel. This is Aradhya Singh. For those of you who haven't watched this movie, side note, please do not save your eyes from whatever I just saw. But it's basically about this Italian mob boss named Massimo who falls in love with this Polish girl named Laura on the beach. And on that same day, there happens to be an attack where he loses his father. And while he's losing consciousness, he gets like these daydreams of Laura, and he's like not sure if she's real or not. So he's like dead set on finding her for like 5 years. 5 years. Yeah, I know it's weird. But then after like 5 years, he finally finds Laura, who happens to be on a trip with her boyfriend, her best friend, and her best friend's boyfriend. I think it was like her 28th or 29th birthday. I don't know about that. I don't remember that. But yeah, she was basically on a trip with her boyfriend. And instead of going up to her like a normal person, he like stalks her like in the first night. And she actually runs into him and he's like, "Are you lost, baby girl?" I'm like, "Bro, please." And that line is like something he says a lot for some reason.
Are you lost, baby girl? Are you lost, baby girl? Are you lost, baby girl?
It's like so weird. And the next day, she has a fight with her boyfriend and she like storms off and leaves. And then he gets like, she runs into Massimo's men and they sedate her and kidnaps her and traps her in this mansion. And when she finally comes to, he says to her, "You have 365 days to fall in love with me. And if you don't, I'll let you go." Something like that. So it's basically like this Stockholm syndrome. Also, before I like move on, I just want to add that she also apparently has this heart condition and she has to take like meds to like like keep her safe. But then the movie literally forgets about it like halfway through the movie. They first mention it with um, Laura's boyfriend. Then Massimo says that she reacted badly to the drug that he used to kidnap her, and we never see it after that. We never see her heart condition after that. We only like remember that she has a heart condition when she almost drowns, like later in the movie, like the second half of the movie. Because in between, we never saw her heart condition. We never saw her struggling with her pills. We never saw anything that could show that remind us that she does have a heart condition. It just stops in between. So the reason why I watched this movie in the first place was because one day I was like watching this film critic called Marina McBain, and she was talking about this movie in one of her videos, where it's titled "He's Not Romantic, He's a Walking Red Flag." So I was like curious because I was like curious and confused about that movie because like 12 year olds were watching it, and I'm like, okay, let me also see what's so bad about it. I mean, she did tell all of the problems. Like Marina did tell all the problems in that movie, but I'm like, let me just see. So maybe even I can make a video of it. I was like, I'm like, no, fatal mistake, fatal mistake. Because this movie had like no plot. I'm pretty sure the scriptwriters just like got tired halfway and decided to add multiple freaky scenes just as fillers. Because like they can't even go 1 minute without ripping each other's clothes off. There was no tension, no drama, only drama. And like I said, there was no plot development at all. And so, if you have seen my other rant review, I only have one more other rant review where I talked about the idea of you. That one seems like like a literature sensation when you compare these two movies. And if you see that video, you will know how I feel about the idea of you. I don't know, like I am so speechless about this movie. Um, and what like disgusted me the most was that Massimo kept saying that I won't touch you without your consent, I'm not a monster, and he literally does the opposite of it. Like, dude, do you have dementia or something? Like, did you forget you promised her that? And again, a 12-year-old, like 12-year-olds have watched this. They're gonna grow up thinking that this is what love is, this is what they're supposed to expect. This is not what they're supposed to expect. This is not what love is. Massimo is just attracted to her face and her body, not for who she is. We don't even know who she is. I mean, we can. And the worst part is, we can't even learn who she is. We don't know her interests. We don't know her dislikes. We don't know her hobbies. We just know that she has a heart condition, which we actually forget halfway. We also know that you know she broke up with her boyfriend. That's all we know. And she isn't even attracted to him, like to Massimo. She is just so deprived of human contact, and she only has Massimo as her company, and her brain just went, you know what, I think I like this dude, when she literally had no choice. I saw this one comment on YouTube which was from the next movie, the next 365 days, where they were where Massimo and Laura were having an argument, and the comment said, "I'm pretty sure she doesn't love him. She just tolerates him." Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, I noticed, bro. I noticed. Like, it's so obvious that they don't have actual love between each other. And oh, and I forgot to mention that between like during these 5 years that Massimo was searching for her, he was in a literal relationship with someone else who was also a mob boss. And like, just imagine being that girl. I don't care if she was also a mob boss, but I felt so bad for her, because imagine seeing your boyfriend pine and desperately search for this girl who might not even exist, and he's still in a relationship with her. I forgot her name. Let me just go and Google up her name. One second. Uh, eh? Okay, I have no idea. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Oh, Anna. Eh? Oh, yeah. So, Anna. The girl's name is apparently Anna. So, just imagine being Anna and your boyfriend is like desperately pining and like trying to search for this girl who might not even exist, and Anna's just sitting there like, dude, am I a backup plan for you or what? And I may be a little stupid, but I still don't understand why Laura kept going back to him. Like, this is what happened in the first half of the movie. She'd annoy him, he'd entertain her, and she'd get uncomfortable and try to back out. He doesn't let her back out and forces her to finish what they started. And she keeps doing it again and again. Like, she's seen that if she does something to him, he's going to do it back. And she keeps doing it again and again. Like, I think it's because I'm not, I'm just not going to say anything, because I don't know why she did that. Maybe it was like some psychological reason. Maybe she was, I don't know. And even though Massimo was like this mob boss, the filmmakers like seem to have made Massimo less of a monster than other mob bosses, because he doesn't do illegal stuff that like the others do, and that's just like the bare minimum. And the filmmakers expect us to applaud him and keep him high on a pedestal. And like, it's just so like, it's like similar to what I said with like, I'm not gonna touch you with without your consenting. This is just like something that the film hands us, so like the audience can simp for Massimo rather than like look at him with disgust. And I'm not the only one who thinks this, by the way. Like, like this movie is horrible, and I'm not the only one who thinks this because there's a literal petition to get it signed, like to get it banned from Netflix. And like, like imagine having a literal petition to remove a movie from Netflix. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. And also, little spoiler alert from what I'm about to say. But Loki, I don't know why you'd want to watch this, but it's a spoiler anyway. So Laura gets into an accident towards the end of the movie. Uh, she's not dead, by the way. She's not dead because there are like other movie. There are like more movies about this. These two, I don't know how many, but there are more. But Massimo thinks she's dead. Okay, and I'm usually a sucker for these types of tragic endings. I would not be afraid to shed a tear. But even I didn't care that she's dead. I didn't care about Massimo's grief. I may sound like a sociopath or whatever, but the filmmakers didn't give me a reason to care. Like I said, we don't even know her. We barely know her. We don't know Massimo. We don't know Laura. We don't know anything about them apart from the fact that she's just a victim and he's just a mob boss. That's all I know. And because there was no development, no nothing. There was nothing. There was just pure lust, bro. Only lust, no love. And I don't know what else to say about this movie because that's very limited to what I can say. I have no intention to watch the remaining movies in the series. All I do know is that there's a movie. All I do know, like, I think I mentioned this before. Like, the next movie, 365 Days, Laura reveals that she was pregnant during the time of the accident where she happened to be dead and she lost the baby, and he's upset that he never told him. That's where I was telling that they had the argument scene. So, yeah. But I swear there were so many great opportunities that I can think of that you can make with the title 365 Days. But they chose whatever the heck this nonsense was. Because, like I said, 12-year-olds watch this, and I'm genuinely worried that they're going to grow up thinking that this is what the kind of love is, and they're going to have an abusive relationship. I hope not. I hope that they don't think that abusive relationship is what love is. And if you think I'm being overly dramatic, there are edits after edits after edits about girls fantasizing about Massimo. And not to mention that there are these memes that say, me who wants to be kidnapped by a mafia boss who's ruthless but is only soft towards me. Like, what? What? Bruh. Anyways, uh, I don't know what else to say, but that's all I can say. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments and let me know your thoughts about this movie. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.